everyone and welcome back to Teacup Tarot. In today's video, we are taking a look at what is coming next for you when it comes to your life, your romance and your career and personal life. Having said that, you have 3 piles in front of you. Please pick one that speaks to you and then we'll start with pile 1. Hello, and if you've picked pile 1, this is what you can expect for yourself in the upcoming week. Now, as usual, we have our tarot and oracles, but we will be starting off with our moonology card as usual. Now, pile 1 for you, the message essentially is communication is the key. So this week, what is going to be important is how you present yourself, how you talk to people, how you interact with people, because it is in your control how your week will essentially turn out. So please ensure your communication is direct, it is clear, but it is also a communication which is filled with love and understanding and clarity. Alright, because that clarity, clear communication is going to be very, very important for you. But remember, for you pile 1, this is a week that will bring about massive amount of transformation in your life. Of course, a lot of energy patterns are changing for you, but in a way, the life as you know it is also headed towards a massive change. There is a lot of personal growth coming in for you this week. As a person, you are going to be changing, but life is definitely not going to remain the same for you. Also for you, this week, you will realize that financially things look really, really good for you. So I don't really see this as a week where money is a problem. In fact, for a couple of you, you will realize that maybe there are new sources of wealth opening up for you or newer areas from which you can earn money. So this is just about, door to value opening up for you. Now, we have a lot of cards for you out here, but we are going to be taking them after your tarot. We will start off with your tarot cards. You have Ace of Swords, the Moon, the Star, okay, 8 of Cups, and Page of Wands. All right, now first of all, I have to tell you, you have like major changes coming up for you this week. In a way, this is like you are selecting to move away from certain things in your life and walk in a rapid manner towards your future. So in a way, probably you are deciding that a certain kind of life is over for you. Certain belief systems are over for you. And you are consciously walking away from those patterns, belief and life. Of course, you can expect a little bit of ups and downs when it comes to your emotional levels, okay? So whenever you feel like, your mood is fluctuating a little bit or you're just feeling like a little unsure of yourself, slow down. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what is making you feel this way? What is triggering those emotions in you? And learn to understand that, because in understanding your emotions, you will gain a lot of clarity, because clarity is essentially what you're gaining this week. This is not just emotion clarity, but clarity in thought. There is almost like you are very clear about which direction you want to move into, and it's almost like a light bulb switches on in your mind, okay? You're like, okay, getting that aha moment, okay, this all makes sense to me. And now I know what I really have to do. So that is exactly what is happening for you this week. But along with that, there is a great deal of healing coming in for you. So this is going to be healing in terms of your wealth, healing in terms of your energy, but also when it comes to your approach for the future. You're filled with hope, you're filled with positivity, and you're filled with a lot of dreams and ambitions in your mind. So in a way, you realize that everything that you want for yourself is possible, and you're just building on to that hope. You're just in this beautiful frame of mind where you just trust a higher power, trust that everything is now possible for you. Yeah, but along with that, there is also a rapid movement, like things possibly are shifting very quickly, things are moving very quickly, Communication is once again going to be very important, but this could be communication in terms of emails, phone calls, movement like physical movement. All of that is possible. So of course, having like a get together with family, with friends, or moving to a short location for a trip to meet friends is very much possible for you this week. Now, we'll be taking up the rest of your cards. So, this week it's going to be important for you to surrender to miracles, to just feel and know that everything around you is possible. So, in a way, your mindset has to be focused towards everything is possible for me. Whatever I want, I can attract in my life because I believe in miracles. So you really, really have to believe in miracles these days and surrender to them. Of course, if you aren't holding any kind of resistance or having any kind of doubts towards your future, you are encouraged to give up those doubts and believe in things. Have faith in things, because it is your faith which is going to bring about, firstly, the change in your life, and secondly, that clarity of thought. Now, also this week you're going to be feeling very, very curious. Like you're like, okay, what are the things that are going to be important to me? What will happen if I do this? What will happen if I just change my thought pattern this way? So you're feeling very curious. You're asking a lot of questions, not only to yourself but also to people around you. So maybe you are going to be learning a great deal in the upcoming week is also possible for you. But pay attention to your dreams, pile one. Okay, so these are dreams, because dreams are almost like your subconscious mind opening that little window up for you. So of course, maintaining a dream journal for yourself is important, but you may also start dreaming really, really vivid dreams, and sometimes these dreams can actually hold glimpses of your future for you. But for a couple of you, because you also have the star, you may be revisiting certain plans that you have for yourself and sort of dreaming some plans for your future is also coming forth. But of course, your intuition is going to be very strong. So if you felt like you're being drawn towards one area of your life, or you're just feeling like, okay, this is what I need to do for myself, okay, trust yourself, because your intuition is going to be exactly right for you. Now of course, we are going to be shuffling a couple of more cards for just that extra bit of clarity, because it just helps tie up the entire reading and just helps us gain perspective. Rescue: help others in need and ask for assistance when you need it. So of course, if in your life you are needing help is going to be available for you. But of course, for a couple of you, you may be the person giving help to others. So helping somebody in need, providing assistance, or asking for it is going to be the theme for your week ahead. Listen. So it's going to be really important for you to listen, okay? So like I said, if you are having those energy fluctuations, listen to your own self, listen to the sounds of your soul, because that listening is going to be very important, and listening is going to be an important part of your communication pattern as well. And I'll give you two more. Determination: don't be afraid of the rising tide, it will soon recede. So whatever is happening in your life, whatever changes are happening in your life, it's important for you to be determined and to know that whatever is meant for you is going to happen only if you keep believing in it. So once again, surrender to miracles is absolutely happening for you. Okay, I'll give you two more. Reflect once again. Peer into the endless ocean and see what peers back. So this is going to be an important week for you to reflect, and maybe it is only after reflections that you will gain clarity and decide to walk away from a couple of situations. And like I said, travel may be important for you. So there is a possibility you are going to be traveling this week. Now this travel can be physical travel or movement, or this just could be travel in your mind, okay? Like really, really changing your thought patterns, letting go of the old and inviting the energies of the new. I'm going to give you your letters and numbers for this week. Now, you have I, you have 28, You may also get your initials or sometimes full names because I know that happens. Number 13, absolutely transformation. And number 13, this really makes sense. So, definitely a week of tremendous personal growth when it comes to your life. You have N, you have number 4, you have G, number 14, D, I, L, O. Oh, you have lion here. So maybe this week you'll really come into your own power. You'll actually be operating from a sense of having like a great deal of strength in yourself, in your abilities, and you're just going to be roaring this week. Okay, you're determined in a way because that is also what's coming up, and coupled with your intuition and clarity. So I definitely see this week as being of tremendous amount of growth and fulfillment for you. You have V, you have E, L once again, E once again, and R. So overall, those are your letters, and I'll give you a couple of numbers for you. 31, 15, and number 18. So those are your numbers as well. Could be your date of birth, important dates in the upcoming week or month, but overall this is what you can expect for yourself in your upcoming week. As always, I want to leave you with nothing but my best wishes for your future. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've chosen pile 2, this is what you can expect for yourself in the upcoming week. Now, of course, as always, we have our tarot and we have our oracles as well, but we are going to be starting off with our moonology. And this week, pile 2, you are being asked, what is it that you need to release? So maybe something in your life is like not really working for you, and there are some things that you need to release. So ask yourself, what do you need to release right at the beginning of this week? Yeah, and those answers are going to be very important for you. But as you move ahead for the rest of your week, you are likely to be feeling very enthusiastic. You have a lot of plans for yourself, you have a lot of hopes, and you're just feeling happy. All right, you're just almost feeling that renewed sense of enthusiasm for your life. This is also going to be a week where you take some important decisions. Okay, so planning for the future, strategizing about your future may be important, but you may also be in the process of signing some important documents. This could be house documents, this could be business related documents, or documents relating to finance, but definitely some strategizing is absolutely happening for you. Now, from your tarot, you have 2 of Pentacles, you have 4 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, 7 of Pentacles, and you have the card of Hermit. Now, your week for you, pile 2, is essentially divided into 2 parts. Okay, now there is definitely going to be a lot that you're doing this week. You have a lot of responsibilities, you are probably juggling a lot is what is coming through. You are taking probably care of your home place, you're taking care of your workplace, and you are just having too much on your plate. But you are being really asked to play by your strengths. And there is going to be another part of the week where you feel like, okay, these responsibilities are just becoming a little bit too much, and you need to really go into that hermit mode. You know, take time for yourself, think things through, and just recharge your batteries. Okay, so of course this is also going to be an important week for you to think things through, especially people who are studying right now. You may actually want to make dedicated time towards studying certain things. Research is going to be important. Looking into things in details is actually going to be a theme for you. So in a way, there is almost like you taking a step back and realize that you've planted some new trees for yourself, and you're just waiting for that growth to show up in your life. But remember, growth is going to come to you, and you're almost going to be seeing the first signs of growth for you this week. So definitely a lot of positivity, especially surrounding your personal life and surrounding your work areas coming for you. But this is also a week that promises to be very successful. Like maybe certain things that you've planned for yourself are actually gaining fruition. You're completing some important project, completing a part of your life, like maybe finishing school, finishing a program, or finishing one part of your life and beginning another on a really, really high note. But there is an increased positivity which is going to be showing up in one part of the week for you. But there is also something that you're celebrating. Now, I know in India we have like an important festival going on, so maybe getting together with friends, getting together with family, getting into that zone of celebration is absolutely possible for you. But you're feeling very optimistic, you're looking towards the future with a lot of hope and enthusiasm is what is coming through for you. There may be a little bit of frustration for you, like you may want a great deal of success and you're just seeing like success coming in small steps. But remember, it is only those small steps that really turn into the big ones at a later point. We'll go on to your oracles. Now, definitely there is a movement towards adventure. So, especially if your life has been a little stagnant up until now, you'll realize that things are starting to really take speed from now on. Okay, you have the spirit of river showing up, so it is almost like you're going where life is taking you. You're moving towards adventure, you're moving towards things that you are slightly not familiar with, and you're just feeling really good about it. Okay, you're almost feeling in the top of the world at certain point of time in the week. This is also going to be a week where there are going to be some kind of completion, but I don't really see this as some kind of completion happening to you. This is going to be happening out of conscious choice. Okay, because if you remember, the very first card for you is what do you need to release. So the completion will happen only when you decide to consciously release something, but there is almost a sense of end and beginning of something new. Also, this week you're being asked to surrender stress. Okay, so if you're carrying any kind of tension in yourself, you're carrying any kind of tension in your body, you are being asked to release it. Release that stress, let that go, and maybe that release of the stress can bring about a completion for you. Yeah, but this week you're being asked to surrender stress. And of course, what's going to be important is your willpower. Like I said, the completion will happen for you when you decide consciously to release a certain amount of things. So it's your willpower that will sort of determine everything for you this week. Now, we are also going to be taking a couple of more cards for you just to tie things up. Choose wisely. All right, so you are really being asked that you don't really have to do everything. You can decide what you want to keep in your life and what do you want to let go. So it's important for you to make wise decisions for yourself, but understand, if you want to take certain times to come at a proper decisions, allow yourself that. Okay, choose wisely, because those important decisions need time, but you'll be able to take them just at the right time is what I'm sensing. Yeah, voyage, set sail on a new course. So absolutely, that completion really makes sense. Yeah, so maybe it's time that certain things are complete and holding on to them is not really going to help you. So it's time to set course on a new place for you is what is coming through for you. I'll give you a couple of more. Okay, you have two more. Dance. All right, so I really feel like you need to start letting go of certain things, start to really function as like a person who's dependent on their willpower and not somebody who's dependent on external circumstances. But of course, you may be called to dancing, taking up dancing as a hobby, or you just become more free is what I'm getting. Your spirit is ready to let loose and walk in a new direction. Of course, the dance can also be related to a specific festival that is happening in India currently. So dance is what is being told to you, and explore. Maps show what has already been discovered. Go another way. So you absolutely are done with certain parts of your life, and you're being essentially told that if you keep going in the way that you're going, you're just going to hit a dead end. So it's important for you to head in a new direction, set on a new course is what is coming through for you. So it's all about your willpower, what you decide for yourself this week. I'll give you your letters and your numbers for this week. 31, you have a 9 once again, and number of completion once again, that is really significant for you guys. You have you have 33. So your angels are absolutely with you when you're making all of these decisions for yourself. You have you have S, you have 88, absolutely. And also I believe financially for you things are really looking good. So if you have any money kind of troubles in your mind, or you're just worried about it, don't worry so much. It's all going to be working out for you. And you have blank tile that you can fill, use to fill out any missing letters. So overall, those are your letters and your numbers for you. I'll give you a couple of more. 25, 30. These can be important dates for you, important dates of decision making as well. But remember, around that change, around that completion, your angels are absolutely with you. And they're really backing you up to make that shift in your life. But overall, that is what you can expect for yourself in the upcoming week. I wish you the very best as always, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 3, this is what you can expect for yourself in the upcoming week. Now, as always, we have our tarot and our oracles, but we are going to be starting off with our Moonology card. And this week, if you're worrying about something, if there are some thoughts that are repeatedly disturbing you, you have absolutely nothing to worry about, okay? Because nothing is essentially going to be coming out of that situation. But of course, this is going to be a week where it is important for you to take care of your body, to take care of your health. Listen to what your body is trying to tell you, okay? Because certain messages really are significant for you. So if you feel like a little bit physically drained or uncomfortable, it's important for you to rest. Take time for yourself, Take time to feel happy is also what is coming through for you. And of course, eating well, exercising well is going to be important as well. But this is also going to be a week where you may be actually taking care of a lot of nitty-gritties, taking care of finer details. And if you're signing any major contracts, why not look into the fine print of it, especially when it comes to signing any business documents, any financial documents, home related documents, or documents relating to something specific. But you need to be true to your word is what is coming through for you. So your intentions are absolutely what is going to be important this week. And we are taking off with your tarot. You have Ace of Wands, you have Temperance, you have Queen of Swords, you have Knight of Swords, and you have Justice. Alright, it's just a beautiful week for you, pile 3 is what I'm sensing here. Because you are a combination of 3 different elements here. There is like passion coming out, there is ambition coming up, backed with a lot of clarity, but there is also a great deal of balance here. So you almost have the best of all worlds this week, okay? But let me tell you, it is going to be an action-packed week for you, especially if the past week has been a little bit slow. You may have to do a lot of things together, or that shift, that movement is going to be happening much more quickly. Definitely a lot of things to do on your to-do list, okay? But there are certain important decisions that you're taking. Maybe you are weighing the pros and cons of certain situations and trying to assess a certain kind of life. But understand, if once again you're taking any important decisions or signing documents, be very careful, and especially around your documentation, please keep certain things properly. Don't misplace documents is also another important message for you. But if when it comes to your emotional life, I see you guys are a little disconnected because you're operating through your mind. You need clarity. You're not really going into the zone of emotions this week, okay? You're really logically looking at your life, looking logically at your relationships too, and seeing what is working for you and what is not. So there is a possibility you may actually be a little bit more assertive than usual, or sometimes, treat somebody a little bit unfairly, or maybe say certain things in a way that triggers another person. Yeah, so be a little bit careful with that. But along with that, when it comes to your personal life, there is a great deal of balance. Like, there is just that beautiful ebb and flow when it comes to your being. And whatever decisions you are taking, you're going to be taking them because they feel right for you, and not because somebody else is forcing your hand towards it. Lot of clarity, lot of ambition, lot of passion is essentially what I see for you. Travel is definitely on the cards. Movement very rapidly is on the cards. So especially if things have sort of stopped for you, they're going to be starting off all at once. And you have the card of compassion. So this week, like I said, you could essentially be saying something that the other person doesn't really like, and then it's important for you to have compassion for others. See, understand, every person we meet is going through some kind of battle, and especially considering the times that we are going through with the fluctuations when it comes to our planets, please be a little bit more understanding of other people. Yeah, have compassion, have a soft heart is going to be important this week. But for you, what's beautiful is you also have the card of the spirit guide showing up. So you're very spiritually protected this week. Maybe you are going to be making your spiritual life a priority. You're making prayer a priority for you. You're making connecting to that highest realm a priority for you. But your spirit guides are really around you, protecting you. And this week, you're also going to be very appreciative of everything you have. You are going to be appreciating your life for what it is. You're appreciating the people for who they are, and just being very grateful for everything. So I want to know, pile 3, what is it in your life that you're most grateful for? Remember, there is always something that is beautiful. Yeah, so you need to identify this week, and as you appreciate things more, things that you have more to appreciate for will show up in your life. But there is almost this radical acceptance of things. Like, you are accepting the situation for what it is, you're accepting people for who they are, but most importantly, you're accepting yourself for the person that you have become. You're accepting your choices, and that in itself is beautiful. So this is like a spiritual union with your own soul, with your higher power, is what is coming through for you this week. Very, very, very powerful week for you. That is what I'm really sensing. Taking a couple of more cards for you. Turbulence, the mind is murky in the rough waters, all right? And of course, if you feel like, there are certain decisions that you need to take and you're not being able to take them because you have a little bit more confusion, wait till clarity comes to you, because that clarity is absolutely going to come. But understand this, don't take any important decisions when you're feeling that energy fluctuation, or you feel like you don't have enough clarity around a circumstance. Yeah, direction, trust your inner compass and find your bearings. Okay, so it is your internal guidance system, your internal compass, which will essentially help you to gain the direction that you want to gain understanding of the direction you want to, and whatever direction you should be heading into should be a direction that your internal guidance system is sharing with you. You have the card of the dream. So follow your yearnings for the deep blue sea. So if there are certain new dreams coming up in you, follow them, rely on them, and have them in your life, because dreams are absolutely important for all of us in order to live a life of hope. And also you have the wild card. So believe in your otherworldly beauty, dance with the waves, and drink in the sunshine. So it's important for you to just let go of the worries, let go of everything, and just listen to the voice of your soul, to accept wherever you are right now, to accept this higher power in your life, because your connection with the divine is also going to play a huge part of your upcoming week. Now I'm going to give you your numbers and your letters for this week. You have number 17, a blank tile to begin with, 33, angel number at that, T, 28, R, U. So if a couple of you have been stuck in a rut, this is going to be a week to get away from it, all right? So very significant for you. Money is not going to be a problem, and maybe that's something you're appreciating for yourself as well. You have K, I, O, you have I and 15, J, number 8, X, P, and you have E. I'll give you a couple of more numbers and letters. O, 29, D, 77, angel number once again. So yes, along with your spirit guides, your angels are with you. So you're almost going to have this adventurous spirit is also what I'm sensing for you this week. You also have a book here. So maybe reading a book, and if you're reading a book, let me know what book you are reading right now, all right? So maybe learning something, researching on something, or just reading a novel for fun is going to be important for you. But overall, those are your numbers, your letters, and the energies for your upcoming week for you. Remember to be wild, to be free, and appreciating everything around you. I'll leave you here with nothing but my best wishes for your future. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.